lose. Sorry. Shakur has more to lose.
Yes.
He's the undefeated fighter. He's seen as the eventual pound-for-pound champ, potentially. But Teo has more to win. He has more to gain.
Mm-hmm. And I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he's going to train like he's never trained before. Because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date. Even though he's been in some great fights, this is probably the best opponent.
I can't say for certain because there's no certain with Teofimo Lopez. He's one of the most up, down, left, right guys I've ever been around.
Mercurial, we could say. Yes.
But when he is on, he's damn near unbeatable. I mean, he's such a good athlete. He has such a good boxing IQ. He's so physical and explosive.
Boxing insiders are closely analyzing the upcoming showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, calling it a high-stakes clash of styles and momentum. Max Kellerman believes Shakur enters with more pressure, as his technical brilliance and undefeated record leave little room for error. Lopez, however, has far more to gain. As the underdog, the pressure is lighter and the opportunity is massive, making this matchup dangerous, explosive, and completely unpredictable.
Is fighting to protect that perfect record, to protect that kind of sense that he's the next guy. On the other hand, Teo is like he can fight with more abandon against Shakur because there's so much for him to gain. And if he loses, he's lost before. He's lost to Cambodia.
Boxing insiders are closely analyzing the upcoming showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, calling it a high-stakes clash of styles and momentum. Max Kellerman believes Shakur enters with more pressure.
I think Shakur, my first mind tells me Shakur, and I thought about it, I'm picking Shakur by decision, but because this is fighting, anything can happen, you can't count Teo out. So there is thoughts sometimes that cross my brain, like, damn, what if Teo catch him like real good though? You know what I mean? And hurt him. Or what if he just out hustling? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of shit that crossed my mind, but I still like Shakur for the dub. I like Shakur for the dub because he knows how to win. Like, he knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? And he's always prepared to win. So, and I think Shakur respects Teo to the point where he's gonna train like he's never trained before. Because this is a great fight for him. This is probably the best fight of his career up to date. Even though he's been in some great fights, this is probably the best opponent. You know what I mean? And Teo, same for Teo. So when it's like that, when you put Magic and Bird together, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of situation it is. Magic Johnson was nice, but Larry Bird was nice. You put them together, you get a nice game. You know what I mean? So you put these two together, you get a nice fight.
Is this one of the fights that we're going to remember historically? Like, is this a, you know,
to go back and
it's
study.
19, it's 19, when did Leonard and Hearns first fight? Is this one of them?
That shit was like 87 or some shit. Yeah.
It's 19.
Like 87 or something.
No, it had to be earlier than that, right?
84 maybe.
One? Yeah, like
I don't know, because he was in the 76 Olympics. Well, no, 70.
Wasn't it 78?
No, they ain't fighting 78.
No, I'm saying 78 Olympics, wasn't it?
Chris Algieri breaks down the matchup by focusing on Teofimo Lopez's mindset and environment. He points to Madison Square Garden as the perfect stage for a fight of this magnitude, noting that the spotlight only amplifies the drama. According to Algieri, Teofimo thrives in chaos and attention, often becoming most dangerous when doubts surround him. While unpredictable, Lopez is extremely difficult to beat when everything clicks, thanks to his athleticism, boxing IQ, and explosive power. Algieri highlights a clear pattern. Teofimo performs best when he's counted out and backed into a corner. With most analysts favoring Shakur Stevenson for his consistency, Algieri believes the underdog role could unlock the best version of Teofimo, making this fight far more dangerous than it appears on paper.
Of boxing on this side of the world, you know, listen, there's nothing like the Garden. We've both fought there many times. I fought in the big room. There's nothing like the Garden. Just the vibe, like you said, champ, that's around that. And this fight is deserving to be here. It's that good of a fight. It's that big a fight, and especially like I said, like the health of American boxing. This is one of the best fights that can be made. And putting it in the Garden just makes too much sense.
But the idea of the turmoil, the eyes on it, the spectacle, the circus. Chris, you talked about the idea that Teofimo Lopez kind of lives in this. That's where he flourishes. That's what he loves. This idea that because there's so many eyeballs on it, it's going to be kind of a circus. Does that favor Teofimo a little bit when you look at the strategy? Yes, no?
I'm going to say well, I can't say for certain because there's no certain with Teofimo Lopez. He's one of the most up, down, left, right guys I've ever been around.
Mercurial, we could say.
I mean,
yes.
But when he is on, he's damn near unbeatable. I mean, he's such a good athlete. He has such a good boxing IQ. He's so physical and explosive. And again, I've said this on past shows. I've called him many times for Top Rank, been around fight weeks. And it just seems to me, the more out of sorts he seems, the more back against the wall it looks like, the more that he's an underdog, the better he performs. And this could be that kind of situation. New York is a tough place, man. They're already gibbering, going back and forth, saying like, you know, he reps Brooklyn, but there's kind of questions about his Brooklyn roots. Can he really rep Brooklyn in the way that he says he can? So he's already getting that heat for that. I don't know. It might be a good thing to kind of to poke the bear in terms of how well Teofimo is going to show up.
Paulie, that's a huge. You're from Brooklyn. That's a big insult to say that you're not really from Brooklyn.
Insult him a little bit.
Insult him a little bit. Insult him.
But I'll tell you what. I don't. There's so many thoughts in my head with this situation because Teofimo is at his most dangerous when he's counted out. And this is going to be one of those.
Teofimo Lopez explains his desire to face Shakur Stevenson and why this matchup matters to him. He believes elite fighters deserve elite pay and argues that a fight of this caliber should be both entertaining and properly rewarded. Lopez emphasizes that his style brings excitement, creativity, and variety, not just safe boxing. He points to past moments where analysts were surprised by his technique and adaptability against top opponents. Drawing inspiration from boxing legends, Teofimo blends old-school combinations with modern athleticism as he continues to evolve. For him, a fight with Shakur is about more than money or hype. It's about proving versatility, honoring boxing history, and showing he belongs among the elite of this era.
Right. Of course, I'm talking about Shakur.
$4 million.
Ooh, we didn't get into Shakur.
Oh, yeah, I want to see like entertainment, and then pay the man for that entertainment.
Well,
you know,
I
give it all different kind of traits of skills. I mean, even Andre Ward, someone that's like an analyst, like a perfectionist in boxing, like his IQ is high. He was even the commentator, like he was surprised how I did that jab where it was like a Superman punch to Josh Taylor, a guy that's undisputed and everything, and just made it look so easy. I bring so many things. I even brought a George Foreman combination now because that's everything. Everything is everything. Like I go back in time because that's where my future is at. And so like as far as like retirement and stuff, honestly, man, it's up to the
Shakur Stevenson is training with maximum intensity for his upcoming clash against Teofimo Lopez. This fight represents the biggest moment of his career and an opportunity to face a highly respected opponent fans have been calling for. Every training session shows his focus and determination as he sharpens his timing, refines his skills, and strengthens his overall strategy. Shakur understands that a strong performance here could elevate his status in boxing and leave a lasting mark on the sport. For him, this isn't just another fight. It's a defining moment that demands total preparation and commitment. Tim Bradley breaks down the fight with a focus on its technical depth and significance for the sport. He points out that Devin Haney is setting the standard for a new generation, inspiring young fighters to challenge each other and prove who is truly the best. Bradley believes the winner of this matchup should face Haney next, keeping momentum in the division and building excitement, but he sends a clear message to commentators and analysts. Do your homework. This fight won't be about constant punch exchanges, but about subtle nuances, timing, and precision. Observers who lack a deep understanding of boxing may miss key moments, leaving fans confused. Bradley stresses that every offensive move, counter, and strategic adjustment matters in a fight of this caliber. Only those who study the fighters, their tendencies, and styles can provide meaningful insights. For Bradley, this is more than a fight. It's a lesson in discipline, awareness, and the evolving skill level of modern boxing, showcasing the next wave of elite talent.
Yeah, I think Devin Haney setting the trend. Devin Haney setting the trend. Yeah. Yep, he's setting the trend. Now all these young guys starting to test themselves against each other now. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We want to see who the best is, yo. And then the winner of this fight right here needs to fight Devin Haney. Why not? Why not? Keep it going. Keep it going. But anyways, look, this is a message, man. Anybody that's going to be working that card, y'all better make sure y'all do y'all damn homework. I'm talking about any commentators, any hosts, anybody. Do your damn homework, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because this not going to be one of them fights where it's going to be rock'em sock'em, both guys hitting each other and stuff like that. No, it's going to be small, little nuancey type of things that if you don't know what you watching, you can't tell us what the hell is going on. All the fans at home going to be like, what's going on? You know? That they don't have the knowledge that you're supposed to have to give us some food for our damn thoughts. So do your damn homework on this, okay? Oh, that go for everybody that's gonna be calling this fight, because there's every offense that, or every type of any offense that's gonna be landed, it's gonna have to be earned or set up. Both these guys are intelligent, right? Teofimo Lopez, explosive as hell. He's smart as well. Shoot, you got to remember, this man was the first man to beat Lomachenko. Yeah, well before Haney. Yeah, So, look, check this out. And you already know Shakur Stevenson. You know what he bringing to the ring. Defense first. Yep, defense first. You ain't getting nothing. I'm going to get mine when I get mine and when I want to get mine, but you ain't getting nothing. So, look. Y'all might perceive this fight as being boring and this and that. This is going to be one hell of a technical battle.
Wade points out that Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson have likely studied each other's styles closely, having risen through similar systems and promotions. Even outside the gym, few fighters understand one another as well as these two. He notes that if Teofimo enters with a mindset of breaking or stopping Shakur, it would be unprecedented, something we've never truly seen against Stevenson in past fights, like Shakur's bout with William Zepeda. He faced brief challenges, but they were moments of slips rather than real danger. Wade warns that fans expecting Shakur to come out with the same high output, aggressive style may be surprised. Both fighters are experienced, skilled, and cautious. He predicts a measured, slow-paced bout, less about flashy exchanges and more about strategy, subtle adjustments, and calculated offense. This fight will test their intelligence, discipline, and patience, making it less explosive but highly technical and fascinating for those who appreciate boxing on a deeper level.
Seemed like to me, just from the outside looking in, that he was pushed ahead of you. He was getting the fights that you would. You were calling for Loma. He got Loma.
Yeah.
You wanted other guys. He was getting other guys. Did you see him as a future foe? Because at one point, you were 2 divisions ahead of him.
I think that everything just plays out the way it does, and eventually we was going to end up meeting up with each other eventually. I think that that's how it works, right? When 2 greats collide, you're bound to see a great fight. So I never seen any jealousy in my part with him. I mean, for crying out loud, he fought for Team USA, he got a silver medal. And,
not during them times, though,
and
bro.
The whole thing
not
was
during them times.
pushed.
I'm speaking on the times where I felt like you had a push start. You got the, you used to be ahead of me far as like, you was the code on Terrence Crawford card. I was underneath. Then you got the opportunity to fight with Lomachenko. And after that, I felt like I kind of got pushed more than you, and you felt some type of way about the way that I was pushed more than you when it came down to ESPN. I remember you saying a little comment with the ESPN only like black fighters and all that kind of stuff. And when you said that, I kind of felt like it was a shot at me. So
what the hell? That's where we're going. ESPN only likes black fighters. I don't remember that. But all right, let's take it there then. Shit, what are we saying, Tio? They only watching the black fighters over at ESPN?
I felt like it was a little bit of jealousy.
No, I just didn't give enough. That's all.
Cool.
I just didn't give enough about it all.
Yeah, but when you said in the
ended
comments,
up-
you said something there. It was something you said at that time. That was something. It was the way you felt, right?
Nah, I just pushed the movement that I felt like we was taking over as we are now.
Like I said, I think you the truth. I know I'm the truth, and Can't wait to see it.
Yo, Shakur is showing them teeth off, son. Now that he got that gap fixed, Shakur is showing them shits off. That man smiling. That man, you know what I'm saying? Just throwing them teeth out there. And he should. Everybody giving Shakur stick about fixing his gap in his teeth. Y'all would do the same shit. Just because J. Cole got on a song and talked about how he never fixed his gap in his tooth and he wanted to remain himself or whatever, I'm not with that. If you got something like that where, you know what I'm saying, you got the saloon doors in the middle, gums with no teeth, you want to push the shits together, you know what I'm saying, you want to bring the whole family together, I'm not mad at that at all. But Shakur is flexing them, you know what I'm saying?
Now, Shakur, you, judging by the recent CompuBox numbers, you're number one by a mile as far as fighters.
Bruce Carrington breaks down Teofimo Lopez's main challenge against Shakur Stevenson, highlighting his struggles with movement. While Teofimo is athletic, explosive, and brings plenty of firepower, Carrington points out that Shakur's footwork and patience could frustrate him in past bouts against elusive fighters like Sandor Martin and Jimmy Ortiz. Teofimo struggled when he couldn't plant his feet, limiting his effectiveness. Carrington emphasizes that Shakur's defensive skills and ability to control distance make him one of the hardest fighters to hit consistently. Lopez's challenge will be managing frustration and adapting to a constantly moving opponent. While still an exciting matchup, Carrington predicts a tough night for Teofimo unless he finds a way to overcome Shakur's elusive style.
To bring the fight. He's very athletic. You know, he has a lot of explosiveness, and but I do feel like when it comes to Shakur, bro, his movement may frustrate him. The only thing that worries me when it comes to Teofimo is his frustration. Like, is he going to be able to work well with a mover? You know, we've seen, you know, difficulties that he had with Sandor Martin. We've seen the difficulties that he had with Jimmy Ortiz, guys that's been moving around and not staying still. Like, if you keep Teo moving around and he can't plant his feet, what can he do? We're going to have to find that out on, you know, January 31st. And I think Shakur, he's probably one of the best guys to, you know, move his feet, be on defense, being hella patient and frustrating a fighter, bro. Like, so, I don't know. We've seen Teo get frustrated to the point where he's asking himself, do I still got it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to see what his mentality is going to be like come January 31st.
Do you think that his experience on the biggest of stages, you know, his two biggest wins, he was an underdog. And both guys, ironically enough, were southpaws like Shakur. That play any factor to you, man?
Nah, styles is different. The styles are totally different. Lomachenko don't fight like Shakur. Josh Taylor don't fight like Shakur. Like I don't see, just because southpaw, that same thing will happen. I feel like certain techniques could be used to fight Shakur, yeah. But in terms of like that approach of the fight, nah. Like Shakur fights totally different. You gotta be able to do some out of pocket stuff with Shakur. You gotta throw while he's throwing. That's probably some of the only times that he's able to get hit. You know, only time he's open. So yeah, other than that, bro, it's gonna be a pretty tough night for